In the year 1347, the Lithuanians attacked the territory of the Teutonic Order several times. However, in return for those attacks, at the end of January 1348, the Order moved to Lithuania with a large army. They wanted to deliver a powerful blow to the very center of the Lithuanian state, the Principality of Trakai. The Order gathered a huge army and moved towards Lithuania. The army was estimated to consist of 20,000 to 40,000 soldiers. However, due to bad weather, the army only reached Usrutsi. A small part of the army invaded central Lithuania, which ravaged for about 8 days, killing men, women, young, and old. During this time, they destroyed several castles. But in the end, the Lithuanian army got in the way of the Crusaders, and the Order eventually split into two. One part went back to the lands of the Teutonic Order, while the other continued to terrorize the land and move towards Ziesmari. On the second day of February 1348, Lithuanian forces caught up with the Crusaders, who were the ones who destroyed the wooden castle of Streva, which stood at the confluence of the Nemunas and Streva rivers. At that time, the captured Crusaders were moving across the frozen river. As announced, large forces moved across the frozen Streva River, although it is believed that the Crusader forces probably moved through the larger Nemunas River, because the Streva River is not so wide and deep that it would cause any problems for the Crusaders. Catch-up Lithuanians caught the Crusaders crossing the ice of the river. The soldiers of the Order had already partially moved, but they saw their pursuers and returned back across the ice to the field and joined the battle. At a critical moment, the Crusaders counterattacked, and their heavy cavalry destroyed the Lithuanian formation and managed to push the Lithuanians toward the confluence of the Nemunas and Streva rivers onto the ice. As announced by the chronicles of the Order, about 6,000 Lithuanians broke into the icy waters of the Nemunas and drowned, and about 20,000 Lithuanians were simply slaughtered by the Crusaders. According to the chronicler, there were so many drowned Lithuanians that the knights could cross the river with dry feet. Two sons of Grand Duke Gediminas, Narimant and Manvitash, are believed to have died in the battle. The extent of the defeat of the Lithuanians is not known exactly. It is believed that Vigand of Marburg artificially increased the number of dead Lithuanians, announcing the great victory to the world was useful for the Order. This encouraged European knights to join the Order. The Crusaders also suffered heavy losses in the Battle of Streva, but it was a particularly painful loss for Lithuania. Lithuania's influence in the lands of Russia faltered. In the same year, the Crusaders ravaged Žemaitija several times. On August 15th of the same year, the Crusaders arrived in the Veliūna area, which they began to terrorize. As they approached the deceased herself, the castle surrounded with a fight. At that time, Veliūna was one of the most important defensive fortresses in Žemaitija, withstood even 13 attempts to capture the castle. The castle was burned down for the first time. Meanwhile, the Streva castle, which witnessed this winter battle, stood for almost 20 years. And only in September 1368, the Crusaders, led by the Marshal of the German Order, besieged the wooden castle of Streva, occupied it, and burned it down. Many of the people in the castle surrendered, but many men and women were killed. After that, Streva Castle was never rebuilt. The history of Lithuania is really very interesting and rich, and this is only a very small part of it. If you want more videos like this, don't forget to subscribe to our YouTube channel. And now, thank you for watching, and see you in the next video of the interesting documentary.